Hey, how's it going, guys? Jackson here with Toasty DIY, and today I'm going to be doing a garage, and we're starting off inside of the house garage, if you will. I basically have like a, split level home where you basically drive under the house to get into the, I guess you call it like the main garage. I wouldn't really call it the main garage. The one that is, here, the one that's under the house is basically just like where we park cars, pretty much, I guess you could say. I don't really work on much in here. As you can see by like the needed to be cleaned area. I probably should spend a little time cleaning this before the video, but I figured, what the heck. The garage that I use for all of my work and stuff is clean, so that's what matters. Now let's go over this one real quick, because I don't really think there's anything too crazy interesting in here, but, basically US General Harbor Freight Special. And I'm actually, honestly, like, really impressed with the quality of it. Over the years, really hated on Harbor Freight, and they've definitely gotten better and better with their quality. And the stuff that you can get from them for the prices is just insane. I mean, I think this cart was like, I don't even know if it's 200 bucks. I might have been right at 200, but it's basically a knockoff of, as most of their things are, of like your typical Snap-on cart. This would be like a service cart with a couple of drawers basically, but I love the thing. It's nice, screwdriver racks and all that. I got a really limited amount of tools in here. Like, I bought some tools that I've really barely used. Just if I happen to be working on stuff in here, then I'll use them. But other than that, they don't get used super often. Got the mini fridge, of course. Hung some pegboard and a couple of lights in here. It can be plywood that I bought and then just ripped down the sides. And I literally just use shelf brackets. They're not even matching either. So went pretty budget on that. I made it to where it like wraps around everything, try to make it kind of cool, but the rest of it's kind of just storage, some extra wood and stuff, some tools, and yeah, and then the motorcycle and the BMW. So let's go and go over to the main garage now where the fun happens. All right, guys, we are now in the main garage, as I call it. So this is basically like a detached garage, and yeah, this is where all of the fun and magic happens. I definitely love being out here, where I spend a good amount of time, but we got the Renaissance fun go-kart there that you guys have seen in I believe one video now, and then we've been working on Zach's in another video, so make sure you guys follow DIY to kind of stay tuned to that. But yeah, I got years worth of tools here, and when I say years, I probably mean about 10 years worth of stuff now. So I'll just start, we'll start where you enter in at, because actually there's some cool stuff out here too that I totally don't want to miss. So we got stuff that I made videos on. We got the Gorilla cart, we got the Z735M, and we got the old John Deere, which I don't think I made a video of that. But yeah, we got some other really cool stuff here. So we got like this Harbor Freight, I think it's a Yukon workbench, and I actually got this right when it came out, and I actually got it for the old price of I think $200. Maybe, no, you know what, I think it was less. I think it was supposed to be 200, but I got it for like 150. Sandblaster from Harbor Freight. I'm realizing I have a lot of Harbor Freight stuff. A little bit of a bandsaw out there, but all right, back inside now. This thing I love. There's definitely been multiple videos in this. This is a Cobalt 26-gallon quiet air compressor from Lowe's. I believe they still sell it. Dual lines out, up to 150 psi, I believe. Yeah, 150 psi, 1.8 horsepower. Doesn't take too long at all to fill up, and it's enough power to run most air tools and everything. So I really like it. Of course, the Bluetooth speaker, dirt bike helmet for whenever I guess ride that now. I did have some dirt bikes, but not anymore. Bunch of pneumatic tools in here, old, newer. I'm definitely a Makita guy when it comes to my battery powered tools. So a few Makita drills, and I have like one or two in the house as well. Random at the moment. This is like the one corner, where I've kind of put things and haven't cleaned yet. A lot of just like random part spins like that. I keep random bolts and nuts and stuff in there. I used to have a lot more. In my old garage, I had like a wall lined, and I sadly left them. I just didn't have the time to take them all down. But Craftsman toolbox, I want to say that this is probably, I mean, based on the key and like the text, I feel like this is probably like maybe 90s. I don't know, maybe someone can tell me. I mean, it's a Sears Craftsman, so we know it's older. Snap-on toolbox, I'm almost positive this is like 80s, and I got a lot of really cool like Snap-on memorabilia and stuff like that. A lot of cool like old, just I mean, a lot of these tools in here are pretty old, like pretty much same date as the actual toolbox itself. I mean, check this out. I even got like some really OG stuff here. So yeah, definitely super cool. Replacement locks with keys. So yeah, it came with a lot of like really cool stuff. Like there was stuff that wasn't even tool related in here. Some old like service manuals and stuff down there. And then, yeah, I mean, every single drawer is pretty filled to the brim with tools. And like I said, a lot of it is Snap-on, a lot of it's vintage. When I was a mechanic, I did have some of this stuff replaced. Like I had a really nice 70s or 80s Snap-on ratchet. I had that warranty because the tooth count on it was like awful. It was like, I swear to God, it was like 18 or 20 teeth. So I did warranty some stuff for sure. And then, you know, in here I still have like a lot of just Blue Point, Mac, and some other brands and whatnot. Love this shop vac, by the way. Big rigid shop vac. Definitely recommend having a really good one if you don't want to mess around and always have it clogged. Random stainless steel stuff here that I've worked on, welded, whatever over the years. Gotta have Scotch-Brite pads. Those are important. We got a neon Dotson sign. I love that thing. Girlfriend got that for me. Super thankful. Just got this recently, nice belt sander, and this one's a, what is this, Ryobi. And, you know, it's a little bit more than like Harbor Freight ones, but it also is really nice. It's super quiet, no shaking whatsoever. It's very balanced. I definitely like it. I got this a while ago. Nice little buff wheel and polishing, and then brass on the other side. So definitely like having that. 12-ton bottle jack, Harbor Freight, of course. And then go over here. I love assortment packs. So I have assortment packs for days. I mean, like literally everything you could think of. Lots of shrink wrap, because I do a lot of electrical work, I'd say, on cars, or at least I did. Hose clamps, you know, like screws, different types, like boat screws that are stainless, stuff like that. Then a lot of like, you know, I call them diagnostic tools. So like, you know, I think it's Snap-on fuel gauge, tap and die set, mighty back, a bunch of other just really random stuff. I don't remember why I have this, but a bunch of unopened, I think gear oil. Yeah. There's a box. Actually, you know what? I guess I did bring a lot of the old stuff that was on the wall with me. Nice Harbor Freight electric pressure washer. I did a video on that. They did pretty well in DIY. This is OG right here. This is a Harbor Freight Blue Hawk flux MIG welder. I've only ever ran flux through it. This is when my buddy Hunter and I were working on a Dodge Charger, the 73. We did a couple videos on, actually. I think they're still on the main Toasty Bros YouTube channel if anyone wants to check them out. But yeah, this used to be like our baby back in the day. It might have been like a couple $100, which was a lot, to like a big investment for us back then, you know, as like 16-year-olds. And yeah, we done, I mean, it still works great. Done a lot of welding with it over the years. I did finally upgrade to something a lot cooler that I'll get to in a second. Got my stainless bin, my aluminum bin, and then my mild steel bin. Yeah, just more random, you know, parts and stuff like that over here. I got this for free, actually, from Bluegrass Muffler. Nice company that, you know, they just didn't want it anymore. So yeah, they were like, you can have it. And I was like, sick. So I had to get it. It's like this, it had like one of those like composite tops. So it got all wet. So I just put a piece of plywood over it, and hey, it works great. Got a nice piece of mild steel now to help with TIG welding, which brings me over to this. So this is the Vulcan Pro TIG 165 from Harbor Freight. I got a tank of argon strapped to the back here. It served me great so far. Like, I absolutely love this thing. I'm definitely not stacking dimes or anything, but to give you an idea, I know that I finished up this weld here with that welder, and I don't think it was this one. I want to say it was probably this area here. So yeah, definitely not pretty, but you know, it works. It's a workable TIG welder. So I definitely need to work on my skill. I need to work on, like, I haven't messed with any of the settings really. I just got the CFM to what I thought was a good level and everything. I mainly have only done pedal. I don't do like lift or scratch or anything like that. Just do pedal. And yeah, I mean, I've done fairly well with it so far, I think. It definitely isn't as nice as the shop that I worked at before, but I was never great at TIG welding anyways. I didn't get super into it. Over here, I got a nice stainless steel table, which I actually got from another company I worked for that was it was a restaurant company. And this was their, you know, our like washing room table, but we had to buy a new one because that is galvanized steel down there, so you started getting rust, and you can't have that in the restaurant industry. I actually just bought this the other day. This is a Harbor Freight, it's Central Forge, and it's a 5-inch multi-purpose vise with anvil. Nice big just hitting area up there. For some reason, I don't really know why you'd want measurements for, but I mean, they're there. It's kind of tacky to me, but you know, whatever. But it actually is rotatable. You can rotate it horizontal and vertically, so you can actually use these jaws down here, which it kind of has a cool, like, for your holding like circular and square stock and stuff like that. But yeah, super industrial. I think it was like 90 bucks, and it's heavy too. So I'm excited to use this. I had one of those really small, it's actually over here. I had one of these for the longest time. Like, this was my main vise for like was 5 or 6 years, and these things, don't get me wrong, amazing for small stuff, but I was using it for like very big things time to time, and yeah, I was breaking the crap out of it. Like, it's very broken. But I'm definitely a paint and chemical guy, I guess you could say. So very much a believer in like every spray, and you know, everything has a purpose. You know, everything has its own job. So yeah, I mean, I got every little cleaner you could think of that I've kind of tested over the years. I found some that I really like, some that I kind of hate. Lots of spray paint from just projects when I was younger. I don't paint much anymore, like use spray paint, honestly. It's not really great stuff to use anyway. It's not good to inhale or anything like that. One of my first ever toolboxes, my grandpa got this for me, and you know, over the years I've lost a thing here or there, but I guess I could buy new ones if I really wanted to. I just have so many other tools I don't really have a need, but I honestly forget that these are even in here. This is just more of my screwdriver bin. That's what I usually steal from, and then yeah, it's on a nice little Harbor Freight service cart, of course, Harbor Freight. 10 or 8 foot aluminum ladder, and then there's a 6 foot one right there. Gotta love having a couple different ladders to choose from. You gotta have some sawhorses. And this was actually just an add-on that was done, so it's not really well organized. It doesn't really have like a great purpose yet, besides like I just kind of look at it as being like an overflow storage slash where I keep the nice cars. So I don't want to really make this a work area, because if I do, I'm going to end up like grinding and getting sparks and dust and stuff like that, more dust than that already accumulates here. So I kind of purposely made it to where, you know, I got this area for working on stuff and then this area for parking. Lots of like more like household slash some garage stuff in here. Random toolboxes, and then like this is where I keep like, you know, chainsaw, leaf blower attachments, hedge trimmers, and other like cutting tools. Another vacuum up there that I got at a yard sale. I forgot I even had that. I actually have way too many vacuums right now. It's a problem. I found 2 shop vacs in the basement the other day. I have that shop vac there apparently, and then this shop vac over here. So I have 4 shop vacs, and I really just use that big one. So I don't know why I have them. I just see good deals, and I'm like, yeah. All of my electrical stuff, like house electric mainly, so AC wiring. This is super cool. It's like a Datsun bib, you know, to work on your cars and stuff. I forgot I have a whole service kit for my John Deere up there. You know, it's ready. Got an extra Datsun Roadster engine for the 1600 right here if I ever need it. And I don't really remember the story on this one. I just kind of acquired it. I want to say that it's pretty much good to go, I think. And I think this one might be a 5 bearing too. I think that was the main reason why I got this. I believe this one's a 3 main and this one's a 5 main, so it's like a little stronger. It can be built up a little bit more, I believe, but I really don't remember. Got the Airhead 2-person too. That thing's super fun. Lawnmower for doing small stuff, and then the nice new Still Weed Eater that you guys may or may not have seen the video on DIY about. Got an air conditioner there, although it's never on because this place pulls too much amperage as is, so if I had the AC on, it just trips the main breaker, so can't use it really, sadly. But yeah, I think that's like, am I missing anything here? I think that's pretty much it. That wasn't too bad. I did this in like what, 14 minutes for the whole video. It's not too bad. I really do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out, you know, Toasty Bros, the main channel. Check out Toasty Clips, because that's where we post a lot of the stream highlights and stuff. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace out.